welcome back to another episode of Kratom Kingdom, and today I'm going to tell you a couple of secrets that I've learned along the way. I had a discussion earlier with somebody about they were trying to, they ran out of Kratom, so they took a hydrocodone thinking it would substitute. But to his surprise, it didn't. I tried the same thing 10 years ago, and my theory is because Kratom attaches to your opiate receptors, which are the same receptors a hydrocodone will connect to, that it gets used to Kratom and it builds a tolerance. So, like any other drug, you're going to need more. But not that Kratom's a drug. I didn't say that. YouTube, I didn't say that. Because it's not. It's a holistic medicine. Scientifically proven in the Journal of Pharmaceutical Biology, Substances of Plant Life. Look it up. Dr. James Coburn. Peer-reviewed journal article, I might add. I'm not an idiot. When I do my research, I do it in science-based, peer-reviewed scientific journal articles. I am a scientist. If you consider a psychologist, a neuropsychologist, a scientist. So it might take you more. For instance, for me, it used to take me 1 cup in the morning, and I was like, woohoo, euphoric, ready to take on the day. Couldn't wait to wake up in the morning to have it. Now I need 2 cups of red Bali and 1 cup of white manga just to feel not so depressed, not so painful, and have a little more positive outlook for the day. Today I'm okay. I actually slept last night from 8 o'clock at night until 4 o'clock in the morning. That's more sleep than I've had since my crisis started. And don't drink a cup of Kratom before bed, even though it might relax you, because you're going to have to pee all night, and that sucks. You get into a nice sleep, you're dreaming, and all of a sudden you get the urge to pee. And then you gotta wake up, get out of bed, it's cold, and turn on the bathroom light. I don't know. And then I use a little nightlight like a little kid in there. And my roommate hates it because who wants a nightlight like a little kid in their bathroom? But I barely turn it on so that I don't have to blast the sunlight in my face when I'm trying to pee. And yes, I pee. I pee a lot. I'm 50. That's what happens when you're 50. Every couple of hours you gotta pee. Even if you didn't drink anything. I don't get it. All of my internal urological organs are okay, according to the urologist that I hate going to. When I turned 40 and had to start getting I have avoided that like the plague. Plus, my insurance company charges me an arm and a leg for specialists. And as you know, I am poor, dirt poor. And grew up dirt poor. Eminem and 8 Mile. That could have been me, except for I couldn't rap. I couldn't write it. But same life situation, different mom. Had a little sister that I was very protective of, who hates my fucking guts now. And all I see are these now. I should never have mentioned them. But when you have a little tiny mouth like me, and they open it wide, twice as wide as it's supposed to open, rip, tear, stitch, and dentists are not known for being plastic surgeons. They close it up and they think they're done. took out the stitch and I had the Joker smile. Yay. But at least I got a smile. I don't have any hair, but I have a smile. And I slept in the bed last night, which was so nice. My mom wouldn't let me out the door. She feels so sorry for me. And she's staying alive just so I can get public housing. And I found 2 places that I would love and that I could afford. Under $400 a month. And I could even save a little money for a new computer so I could blow you guys away with my editing skills. And even maybe get a cameraman so it's not static and boring like this. And I'm not going to make my videos an hour long again like I did yesterday. I just got carried away. Because there's so much to tell you guys. Secret number 1. You have to have a potentiator. If you don't know what a potentiator is, it's a chemical that makes your kratom stronger, and it makes it, your brain needs it to bind to the 2 alkaloids that are present in Microgyna speciosa. That being one of them. The other one is 7-H Microgyna speciosa. And those 2 are the ones that give you the happy feeling. You know, for some of you. Today I am drinking a red Bali. I like it. It tastes like kratom, which is mud, but it does the job and I'm not in pain. I don't feel a headache this morning like I did yesterday, and my body doesn't ache. And this is my second cup. My first cup was white, because white is like a coffee for me. It wakes me up, it stimulates me, it gets my brain going. I'm not yawning. And in addition, I drink a cup of really strong coffee, because I need caffeine. I'm a caffeine whore. Funny enough, kratom comes from the coffee family. That's how dangerous it is. You can OD on caffeine, of course. Just like meth. I mean, heart attack, high blood pressure. But with kratom, it doesn't have that same stimulant effect as caffeine. Microgyna speciosa is a lot more mild. And another secret with kratom is you will build a tolerance to it. And I found my secret weapon is I have to have my kratom in liquid form, like in a warm tea, because liquids go to my brain fast. They get into your bloodstream faster, which gets to your brain faster and more effectively. Kratom extracts, kratom capsules, it's just powder, and it goes right to my stomach, and it sits there, and it sits there, and it makes me nauseous. So I prefer a liquid kratom that I can drink and enjoy while I'm watching YouTube videos or making YouTube videos. And as you can see, my cup is as big as my head. That's how much I drink. If I could cut it down a little bit, then maybe it would be more cost effective, and maybe I wouldn't build up such a high tolerance to it. Those are just a couple of secrets that are helpful when drinking kratom, and where to get it. Where. I have my place that I get it, and I'm quite happy with, because for the price, I get a lot. 2.2 pounds. And that lasts me a month. Because before those bags that I showed you in the last video of all different kinds of strains, so I could mix and match, I could mix a red and a green. And that's called black in the kratom world. And stay away from those kava bars that sell kratom, because they're $5 a cup for this size cup. $5 for a cup of kratom. The same kratom that you're getting from the distributors that they're getting them from. It's a ripoff. It's nice because you go to a Kratom community and you can talk to people about Kratom, and it's not a stigma like a bar or like a meth house. um, I've never been to a bar in my life, ever. I've never stepped foot in a bar. Don't know what they're like. People tell me I should go because I might meet a woman there. And my theory is I'm 54 years old, 100% disabled, unemployed, living on a pension. Who the hell is going to be interested in an ugly guy like me who is living on the edge of life? Not particularly attractive, have not a lot to offer. When I was in my 20s, that was a different story. I didn't have a problem getting girlfriends. Plus, when you're in a band, it's kind of a given. You're gonna have girls approach you. I remember going into clubs, picking out the hottest girl in the club, and saying to my friend Derek, I'm gonna get her phone number tonight. He thought I was the most arrogant, cocky motherfucker in the world, and I probably was, because it was true. I would get there, say, that girl's hot, and I would just look at her with my eyes and catch her attention. She'd look at me, and then I'd notice all night she's looking at me. Never bought a drink for them, and eventually that we would start dancing, and we would get dancing closer, and she would hand me her phone number, and I'd call her. So many phone numbers, I'd blow them off because I had a girlfriend. It was too much fun having all these dates. And I was in my 20s, and options were everywhere. But I'm not in my 20s anymore, and I lost my confidence when I had the stroke. When my wife started beating me down, saying, you're useless, you don't have a job, you're fat, you got nothing anymore. I don't want to be married to you anymore. And kicked me out. And 3 months before she kicked me out, she told me she didn't love me anymore because I wasn't the same. After I got sick, I wasn't the same man I was before. I couldn't do everything. I mean, I did everything. Worked, went to school, did the yard work, cleaned the entire house while she went out mountain biking and played with her friends. I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and start cleaning the house so that by the time she woke up, breakfast was on the table and her bike was tuned and ready to go because I was a bike mechanic. I've had more careers than most people I know. My biggest regret is not joining the military because it would have given me some sort of stability and lifelong confidence and probably better medical care. I don't know. But it's a regret. But I didn't want to leave the band life and the girls and the parties so I might not have been the best soldier. But I wish I would have done more with my life. Not that I haven't accomplished a lot in the 50 years I've been alive. So remember those 3 secrets. Alternate your strains. If you have red 1 cup, next cup drink a green, then just try a white. Because if you drink the same strain all the time, your brain's going to get used to it and say, it's going to become the norm for your brain. And you don't want that to happen. You want to keep tricking your brain out so it feels like it's taking a new substance every time. And then your brain will accept those alkaloids as a different substance every time, and you might get a different feeling. Some of them might blow you away and surprise you. Some of you can take those capsules and get lifted as high as you can get, like cannabis. And I heard that YouTube made a ban on making videos about cannabis, because they don't think it's age appropriate for anybody, and they're the censor police. So Kratom is getting in that same category. The FED, or the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, is working so hard to ban it. And my theory is because pharmaceutical companies took interest in it, and they're like, uh-oh, we could be losing money on our opiates and our Tylenols and our antidepressants and our anti-anxiety, because this shit works and it's natural, holistic, healthy for you. It doesn't destroy your liver like common regular prescription medicine does. Yesterday I woke up and found out that my really good friend, another bass player in another band that I toured with extensively, passed away from liver failure because he drank too much beer. And there are actually people out there that say beer doesn't cause liver damage. It's not the same as alcohol or hard alcohol. Caleb's I love him to death, but he truly believes that beer isn't the same as alcohol. And now he died of 100% kidney failure. And I miss him and I love him, and he used to stay up hours with me talking on the phone, trying to talk me out of hurting myself. Greatest guy I ever knew, and he's gone. Because of alcohol. So I'm not a big fan of beer or alcohol. Alcohol also killed my grandma in a drunk driving accident. The windshield came down, cut her head off completely clean. Her head rolled into my aunt's lap who was driving, and she had to live with that. I mean, can you imagine living with your daughter's head in your lap? Just driving, going to church, and some asshole drunk driver killed her. Immediately left 2 grandchildren, beautiful grandchildren, great grandbabies on the way. Took her from her husband, took her from me, took her from my dad, who I'd never seen the same since. I'm sorry, it didn't kill my grandma, it killed my aunt. Cut my aunt's head off and it rolled in my grandma's lap, who is sitting shotgun. She was never the same again. My dad lost a sister, he had very few family members. He was from rural Montana, way up in the woods and in the mountains in a town called Whitefish, Montana, which is now a tourist attraction of America. Weird. When I lived there, it was nothing. There was a bar, a stoplight, and a convenience store. And the railroad was the biggest industry. Now it's like ski capital and all the rich people go there, and Johnny Depp bought a lot of it and turned a lot of it into tourist clubs. I love Johnny Depp. I think he's an amazing actor, beautiful guy. Does a lot of good for people. But doesn't care about history of places, I don't think, because he took Whitefish from its, it was almost on the Canadian border, so it took it from its roots and turned it into a Vail, Colorado, or I don't know, doesn't matter. 18 minutes is long enough. I love you all. I'll see you in the next video. I will keep making them. I can't stop. I'm addicted. You guys are awesome. I need one more subscriber. One more. So if you have a separate account, or make a separate account, and log in and subscribe to Kratom Kingdom, then I'll make 1,000. And then my birthday is in 2 weeks, July 3rd. I want 1,000 for my birthday present. I love you guys. Peace out.